Replacing taillights and taillight bulbs is easier than you think, and you can save a lot of money by doing it yourself. Today we're going to be replacing them on a car, an SUV, and truck too. And at the end, we'll have a little bonus one there for you too. And now let's start with the truck. On trucks, you're gonna have to open the tailgate. Now we're gonna look to the side of the bed. We're gonna see two screws holding the taillight in. Most of the time, you're just gonna use a Phillips head screwdriver, take those screws out, and then we'll move on from there. And to remove the light, there is two push pins pushing the light towards the front of the vehicle. We gotta pop those out. Sometimes you need a trim tool if they're pretty difficult to remove. Just get in here. You don't wanna scratch the paint, so it's a good idea to use plastic tools. Just pull them back. And you can see from the back side of the light, there's no access to access the bulbs. If you needed to replace the bulbs, you are gonna have to remove the assembly to do so. When you're replacing the bulbs, you're gonna have to twist the sockets out. Some vehicles may have a little push tab that you have to push down. And then the bulbs just pop right out. These pull out. Some bulbs will twist out as well. And if you need bulbs or even taillight assemblies for your vehicle, make sure you get those at 1aauto.com. To install the new bulbs, we're just going to push it back into the socket so it clicks, and then twist the socket back in place. Now when installing the new taillight, you want to line the push pins up first, and then just lock it in place, push it towards the front of the vehicle. And now we can put the screws in, get those lined up, tighten those down. Some reasons why you want to replace the taillights: maybe you have a crack in them, there's moisture damage, or you just want a cooler look and get some performance taillights. Well, you can get those all at 1aauto.com. Instead of bulbs, we're just going to plug the connectors in to the socket. And then you just put the screws back in, same way it came out. There's a quick and easy way that you can upgrade the look of your vehicle and make it look a little bit more modern. And now let's go check out an SUV. Obviously, we're gonna have to open up the liftgate. Now we're gonna take off a cover. This vehicle has a cover right here covering the screws. Sometimes you'll just have little covers over the screws, so you wanna take those off. I'm just gonna use a trim tool. There's a little pin right here. And then this just pops off and pops out. We'll just use a Phillips head screwdriver, take these out, and just grab the light assembly and pull it straight back. It's clipped in very similar to the pickup truck. Right here, there is a replaceable bulb that you can just pull out like that. And install it, install the socket. But a lot of these SUVs, especially more modern ones, have all LEDs, which whenever those LEDs go out, you're gonna have to replace the whole assembly. There's the reverse light. So to pull this off, you wanna take those out, disconnect the connector, and there's your light assembly. Now to install the light, you're just gonna connect the connectors, put the sockets back in, and line the pins up. And push it forward. Some may clip in going this way, and some will clip in going forward, just like this one. I'll put the screws back in, and put the cover on. This is the way most SUVs are set up. You have two screws on the outside and it pulls straight back. But there is additional that may require a panel from the inside to gain access to the back of the light. Now we've done a truck and an SUV, let's move on to a car. For most cars, we're gonna have to access the back side of the light, whether you're going through the trunk or if you have a hatchback going through the hatch, whether you're replacing a bulb or replacing the light assembly. There may be some clips you have to remove, some wing nuts. And just grab the taillight assembly and it slides right out. From here, you can replace the bulbs. Nice and easy. Comes right out. Or if you want to replace the whole assembly. Here's an example of a broken taillight from the opposite side. You can see someone temporarily tried to fix it using some tape, and that's not what you want to do. If you're using this, it is not a permanent fix, it is just temporary, so don't do that. We're going to show you the right way. Going together is going to be as easy as it came out. Just line the sockets back up. Twist those in. Line the pins up. And put the nuts on and tighten them down. And there we go. Here's our bonus one for you, a Volkswagen Beetle. If you know anything about these cars, the headlights come out in a very interesting way, and the taillights aren't too much different. There's a little cap right here, we'll just pop that off. And there's a wing nut in there. You want to take that wing nut out and pull that out. And then you're going to grab the taillight from the center and just pull out. If you need to, you can use some type of trim tool. Just be careful, you don't want to scratch the paint. Pop that out on the inside, and it slides out like that. You can see the back side where there's some tabs. You don't want to break those tabs off, so don't pry from the outside. You're going to pry from the inside. And then you see this stud, it's on a spring right there, so that's pretty interesting. And then this comes out like normal sockets. You can change the bulbs, or you can change the light assembly. Together, same as taking it apart. Just put the sockets in. And this spring stud, you gotta line that spring stud up with the hole first. Get that in. Get the back, these back clips lined up, and then just lock it in place. Then you put that wing nut on and you're good to go. That's how easy it is to replace your taillights. You can do it yourself and get yours at 1aauto.com. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to our channel, ring the bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. All right, here we go. Replacing taillights and taillight bulbs. Replacing taillights and taillight bulbs is really easy to do. There we go.
The end.
What's that?
The end.
The end. There we
The
go.
whole video. It's really
It's really easy to do. You can do it.